turn it up and then I'm gonna take it down. I'ma turn it up and then I'm gonna take it down. I'ma turn it up and then I'm gonna take it down.
I'ma turn it up and then I'm gonna take it down.
Woo! Yes sir, welcome to the brand new upgraded 2022 undercover home studio. Let's fucking get it. Can I get a sheesh in the comments if you think that this setup looks hot as fuck? Okay, so as you may know, I started working on this home studio setup somewhere last year in October because the pandemic forced almost everybody to work from home. And I can proudly say that this is the result. Okay, so Pedro, what do you think of the home studio setup?
It looks like ass.
I don't give a fuck what you think. So huge shout out to my friends from Tone Control for hooking me up with some of the gear, but more on that later. Yeah, so without any further ado, let's get to it. Yes sir, new 2022 home studio. Look at the beauty of this setup. B-U-T. So let's start with the most obvious one. The Samsung Odyssey G9 Super Ultra Wide Monitor. A 49-inch 1440p QLED screen with 240Hz refresh rate? Damn! But it only hits 120Hz on the Macbook though. It also has a 1000R curve, which is the same curve in which your eye sees. Yeah, I read that somewhere, no idea if it's true. Okay, then for the top screen, it's my previous LG 29WK 529-inch ultra-wide screen. Whew! I flipped the screen upside down so there's a thinner bezel down below. With these two monitors, the screen real estate is amazing for workflow when making music, doing a little Fruity Loops, video editing my videos, and what the fuck is this? Workflow is definitely going up while sitting in front of this all day. Talking about sitting, this new chair is the OVVIS Dean. I seriously now realize it's pronounced office because it makes office chairs. But anyway, this ergonomic chair gets me through the day and makes sure my ass doesn't feel like a wooden plank at the end of the day. Bruh. For my peripherals, we have the Apple Magic Keyboard, the Corsair Harpoon RGB mouse, and the Elgato Stream Deck Mark II with custom-made undercover icons. And with custom-made, I mean I made that shit myself. Wow.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, I present you the holy grail of music, the philosopher's stone of producing, the Mona Lisa of studios, the one and only Apollo Twin X Quad Heritage Edition, motherfucker!
Y'all don't even understand how much power this thing has. Before this, I was working with the Focusrite Scarlett Johansson, which was pretty decent, but forget that shit! We fucking with Apollo now, boy! Look at that fine-ass Apollo, sitting on his throne underneath the monitor. This thing is also the most expensive item of my studio. Big shout out to my friends from Torne Controlla for hooking me up with this beast of a machine. Okay, then hooked up to it is the Mackie Big Knob passive monitor controller that lets me switch the sound to 2 different outputs, but also got 3 different source inputs. Then the sound goes to my Adam T7V active studio monitors. I've been using these for over a year and I'm very happy with their neutral sound. I mostly use them for reference though because I'm a headphone producer. And for that I bought the exquisite Beyerdynamic DT 1990 Pro headphones. These are my first open back headphones and they're the best headphones I've ever used to mix and master. For recording vocals I use my previous closed back Beyerdynamic DT 770 Pro. Talking about recording, we got the Rode NT1 mic with the Rode SMR shock mount. The microphone originally came with the SM6 shock mount, but I bought the SMR instead because that shit looks sexy as hell. Once again, special thanks to Torne Controlla for providing me with this set. Okay, these are mounted on my Hercules MS-201B microphone stand. I bought this one specifically because it has the quick and easy grip. Who the fuck named that shit quick and easy? The quick and easy grip that can easily adjust the height of the mic with one hand because your other hand is too busy smacking ass. Here's a demonstration of me showing... Wait. No, it's not like that. What?
But on the cover, how are you recording without a reflection filter?
Man, shut the fuck up! The reflection filter I've ordered got some shipping problems, but that one's coming real soon. I got all this shit hooked up to this thing over here. This is the magnificent Brydge Stone Pro Thunderbolt 3 multi-port dock. It has 1 Thunderbolt 3 port, 2 USB-C ports, 3 USB-A... Damn, just read it, it's over here. Just read the fucking thing. Okay, so I got this thing hidden underneath the desk on my Alex drawer and then hooked up to my new laptop. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, this setup is all connected to this beast. My MacBook Pro 13-inch 2020. 2.3 GHz quad core, 32 gigs of RAM and a 1TB SSD. Whew! I know the M1 is faster, but when I bought this laptop, almost none of the programs I work with were fully optimized for the M1 chip. But regardless, this thing is a beast to work with. I have it docked in a Brydge vertical dock that connects it to all my hardware. No fucking around with plugging cables. I just slide my laptop in, like how I slide in your girl's DMs, and everything is connected. I just know you're gonna ask, so let me tell you again. These are the Corsair LT100 light towers. The only reason I bought these is because I'm a big RGB fan, no kizzy. Bro, I'm not even gonna talk about the clock. I bought that shit from a random Chinese web shop. What I am gonna talk about are the cables. Which cables? Exactly. Look at that cable management. Damn! No cable whatsoever in sight. Here you can see how I tucked away the shit and organized all my cables.
But on the cover, I can clearly see some cables. What about these cables over here? Those are not managed at all.
Boy, you better shut your motherfucking mouth before I'm gonna. Just look at this flex. I can switch on my whole setup with just an app on my phone since all the power is connected to the Wi-Fi as well as the RGB lights. And with that being said, this was my 2022 home studio tour. Sheesh! Yes, sirski, that was it, guys. This was the brand new undercover home studio. I'm very happy with the end result and I can't wait to drop all the fire I'm about to make here. So stay tuned. If you're interested, I have all the gear listed in the description down below for you to check out. And also another huge shout out to my friends from Tone Control. Check them out in the description down below as well. So don't forget to smack that like button and get that ass subscribed if you weren't already. Yeah, so with that being said, I'll see you in the next video. Peace.
But Undercover, when's the next tutorial and Q&A video?
Boy, if you don't get